Alright guys, so we got some info on the upcoming units for Global Dokkan. This should kind of be an update over the course of a few weeks here. Probably going, I'm thinking, until about April 20th. These will probably be the new units coming. Now, one thing that is interesting is April 1st is coming up as well. April Fool's Day, which Dokkan usually does celebrate. Last year, Global and JP actually got the same April Fool's Day card on the same day. So, if there is a surprise April Fool's Day card, I do believe it will probably release on both versions at the same time. So, also keep that in mind. But obviously, as of right now, we don't know anything. So, the first of these new cards coming is this 1000-Day Goku, who is releasing on the 30th. Now, in order to obtain this Goku, you need to have 1,000 days total of login on Dokkan. So, this is only going to be obtainable for very long-time players for quite a while. If you've ever, re-rolled or started over, this guy will be out of reach for a long time. Like, for me, I started playing JP Dokkan when LR Goku Black initially released, and I'm still only at 278 or 79 days logged in, so it's still going to be years until I obtain this LR Goku, which does suck, because right now he's very, very good, but, 3 years down the line, he's probably not going to be so good anymore. Alright, so this is Thousandfold Plea Goku, so they, I think it was Thousands of Wishes before. That was a much better name than Thousandfold Plea. Leader skill is all types key +3 and HP attack and defense 100%. So very, very good leader skill. You can obviously run him as basically an upgrade to LR Vegito Blue, who is 70% the super types, or the physical LR Kid Gohan you get as reward for defeating Super Battle Road, who was all types key +3 and HP attack and defense 77%. So that's going to be cool, having an upgrade like this. Now, I will say this too, guys. I am very high ranked, over 500, plus, like 544, 545. This is one of the most common friends I see because of how good his leader skill is. So I do believe it should be similar for Global. If you guys are 400, 450 plus, you're going to start seeing this guy all the time, and you're going to see him at 100% in the dupe system. Because when he is released, when you get him in your gift box at 1,000 days, you get 5 copies. Obviously, you get your main copy, and then you get 4 dupes to feed into the dupe system. You do have to use 19 Elder Kais on him to get his SA to 20, because you can't farm LRs. Until they're, I think, TUR or an SSR, the percent chance is actually 0. At a UR, I think there's a 1% chance, and then at a TUR, it is a 2% chance. So you're going to have to use Elder Kais in order to actually go ahead and get this guy's SA level to raise. Now, his 12 key super is a Spirit Bomb, colossal damage, and raises allies' attack by 20% for 1 turn. His Mega Colossal is a Super Spirit Bomb at 18 key, which is Mega Colossal and raises allies' attack and defense by 25% for 1 turn. So it is nice being able to get that little defensive buff as well as that little ally buff as well. But if we move to his passive skill, this is why this guy is so good. He gets attack 77% at the start of turn, and then he gets an additional 7% attack and defense, and recovers 7,777 HP per key sphere obtained. So I've used this guy on several wins on Super Battle Road. I actually did have a video that went out yesterday, if you guys want to check that out, where I did LR Vegito Blue and Jiren on Super Battle Road to see how effective they could be. And I did use a friend 1000-day LR Goku as well. And then in my initial win on Super SCR Super Battle Road, I did actually have this LR Goku kind of carry me because, he is able to heal a lot, and he can really have a lot of defense if you get him a lot of orbs. And then if we look at his links, Z Fighters, All in the Family, Experienced Fighters, Prepare for Battle, Supreme Power, the Saiyan Lineage, and Legendary Power. If we look at one of his links, All in the Family, this is a defense 15% link. So my strategy is I would have a rotation of this Spirit Bomb Goku plus SCR Ultimate Gohan. So they would share that All in the Family 15 defense percent link. Then, obviously, Gohan gives 50% buff to super type allies. And, if this Goku got any orbs, his defense was going up as well. So this enabled me to kind of have like a defensive unit and also heal. So if you have not beaten Super SCR Super Battle Road and you're able to find one of these guys as a friend, you should have a pretty good chance. Nothing else too crazy about him. 12 key multiplier, 140%, 24 key, 200%. Definitely a very good unit though. Alright, so next, let's talk about B-Pan. B-Pan's Dokkan Awakening. So, I presume any of you longtime global players will probably have B-Pan SA10 all dupe paths unlocked. Hopefully you have continued to grind out the B-Pan event when it shows up once a week. She's quite good, especially as well for Super SCR Super Battle Road. Her leader skills recover 1500 HP per key sphere of characters type obtained. So trash leader skill, you'd never use her as a leader. Super attack is the Maiden Burst, which is supreme damage and a chance to stun. Her passive is Growing Up Strong, recovers 30% of damage dealt as HP, so that's good, she will be healing, and then she has a high chance to reduce damage received by 50%, just like Tech Bulma. And here's the thing, the high chance to reduce damage by 50%, that is not something that activates at the start of the turn. It's something, it has a chance to go off every time B-Pan is hit. So, like, if B-Pan is hit 7 times, you might see it activate 3 out of the 7 times. That is an important thing to note with her, is that it's not just like a trigger at the start of the turn. It actually is applied every time she's attacked. Her links are All in the Family, The Same Lineage, Battlefield Diva, GT, The Innocents, More Than Meets the Eye, and Shattering Limit. And, of course, if you get her to SA5, she will launch her super at 9 key, which is very useful on Super Battle Road, because Super SCR is kind of a wonky linking team. Plus, if you got like Ultimate Gohan floating around, you have 1000 Day Goku, LR Vegito Blue, there are units that aren't going to be linking as well as you'd like. So she can be very viable because she can stun, she can reduce damage, she can recover HP, and she can super early. So I believe when I beat Super SCR Super Battle Road for the first time, I also did use this B-Pan because she is quite the versatile and strong unit. Definitely a big fan of B-Pan. Alright, so next, let's go ahead and take a look at Raditz. Raditz will be the next unit that is coming out. So Raditz is okay. He is a free-to-play unit. I guess I do like that they made like a free-to-play unit like this very useful. So this is Ruthless Invader Raditz. His leader skill is the low-class warrior category, key +4, HP and defense 40%, and attack 80%. Now, if we take a look at his low-class warrior category, it is dreadfully weak. As you guys can see, it's just like the Saiyans from like the Bardock movie in the early Saiyan saga. Here we have Raditz, we have some Gokus from early Dragon Ball Z, we have a lot of the Great Apes, and some of the Kid Gokus as well. Turles is also in there. So, this category is just not good. Like, there's just not good units here. Running a Great Ape team is not fun. Like, it's just, this is a very, very iffy category. Now, one thing that is, like, painfully stupid is that the Kaioken Gokus are not on here, which I think is absolutely ludicrous. Personally, I think every Goku should be in this category up until he first goes Super Saiyan. At that point, that's when he kind of transitions from, low-class warrior to legendary Super Saiyan of the Saiyan race, But, like, even on Namek, like, he considers himself an Earthling. They call him a low-class warrior every second of every day. I personally think all the Kaioken Goku should be on here. And they would be very powerful too. Like the new Tech Kaioken Goku who recently came out in JP would be fantastic for this. Or, even the AGL Kaioken Goku would probably be one of the better units on here. Or the physical Kaioken Goku is pretty solid as well. But they just, they said for whatever reason, fuck that. Now, we're also going to be getting a new AGL Turles Dokkan Fest in April on JP, and people are theorizing he could be the low-class warrior category leader. I certainly hope not, because this is it. This is all the characters on both Global and JP, and this is certainly not a Dokkan Fest leader category worth having. So I don't think that'll happen. But the point is, you're definitely not going to be running Raditz as a leader. His super attack is Weekend, which does mass damage to all enemies and lowers their defense. So, of course, he is an AoE attack all unit. His passive skill is Punishment of Fools, which is attack 50% at the start of turn. Key 6, attack and defense 30% when facing 2 or more enemies. So he's really designed for the World Tournament. The only problem is that if you do the World Tournament at the highest difficulty, Raditz is not strong enough to actually take all the enemies down. So I'm not a big fan of using Raditz in the World Tournament. I prefer the strategy of using a friend LR Broly. I think that if you can get your rank above 300, that is a spot where you might start to see many friend LR Brolys once World Tournament time goes around. That's probably a much better option. His links are Saiyan Lineage, Saiyan Warrior Race, Coward, Brutal Beatdown, Nightmare, Prepare for Battle, and Shattering Limits. 12k multiplier is 140%. So for a free-to-play unit, he's exceptionally good, but still, Alright, so next we'll move on to Broly. So Broly's going to be getting his Extreme Z Awakening. This one will be a lot easier for you global players to do because he is weak to the Hybrid Saiyan category, and he's also weak to AGL and STR units. So it shouldn't be too hard to build a super, AGL team or maybe a Hybrid Saiyan team with some Super STR and Super AGL types that can actually beat Broly here. So this is Super Warrior Destruction. Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. His leader skill goes from STR type Ki +3 and attack 3000 to STR type Ki +3 and HP attack and defense 70%. So he gets Omega Shenron's leader skill. His super attack goes from mass damage to all enemies to supreme damage to all enemies and raises attack for 3 turns. So if you have him on rotation, you can stack that. And it goes all the way up to Supreme, which will cause him to hit very hard, especially since we're talking about all enemies. This guy I actually do think would work in the World Tournament. And he also is a super Battle Road killer as well. His passive skill changes from defense reduced to 0 and attack plus 7,000 when attacking to attack and defense plus 80% when attacking. So after Broly hits, he will be able to tank because obviously as an Extreme Z Awaken unit, his stats are very, very high. Here's what his Extreme Z Awaken stats will be. Like at Rainbowed, he has almost 20,000 attack. Those are LR numbers. His defense is 12,000. So this guy will be able to tank everything outside of like Super Battle Road or Dokkan Battlefield or Extreme Z Awakening. He'll be tanking all of that shit after he super attacks if you have him at Rainbow or even at the free dupe level. 8,569 defense is very, very good. So they gave this Broly a massive fucking buff. That's why I love the Extreme Z Battle events. Sure, they're very hard, but in exchange, they make these units insanely good. This unit is over 3 fucking years old, and he's one of the best units in the game now. Like, I really like the Extreme Z Awakening mechanic. Now, the only part where they shafted him is his links are Hardened Grudge, Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, the Saiyan Lineage, Berserker, and Fierce Battle. They did not give him Prepared for Battle when he Extreme Z Awoken, which is stupid because he came out before Prepared for Battle was a thing. That would have been very helpful for him. He still only has 6 links, which is so dumb. He should have 7 links, but he's still a monster. 12 key multiplier stays at 140%, but still, when he calls himself the demon or the devil, this Broly unit is certainly that. Alright, so 2 more units to break down. We'll talk about LR Bojack in a second, but this Gokua comes alongside LR Bojack on his banner, this SR Gokua, and you can Dokkan Awaken him with Gokua medals from the Bojack event. Now, this Gokua as an SSR is actually quite good. This is reversed power-up Gokua. He is Extreme SCR Ki +3, and then SCR type attack 80%. Super attack is the Devilish Blade, which does supreme damage to the enemy and greatly lowers defense. And his passive skill, Change of Battle Form. He changes AGL Ki Spheres to SCR Ki Spheres, and then he gives himself attack and defense 30%. So that's not bad. Orb changers are always useful, especially on a team like Extreme SCR, which has LR Broly, LR Frieza, Perfect Cell, who you might want to manipulate key orbs how you see fit. Many units you'd want key for. So I do like the idea of having orb changes on some of these teams. Then his links, the Hera Clan, Galactic Warriors, Infighter, Loyalty, Shocking Speed, which is big, and then Nightmare, which is also big. So his links will be pretty good because, again, Nightmare on Extreme SCR, SCR Rose Goku Black, Janemba, Cell, so he will share Nightmare with a few powerful units. That's good. I am a big fan of this Goku, considering he's only an SR that you pull, and 12 key multiplier, 140%. Very powerful unit. Now, let's finish up with LR Bojack, right? So, LR Bojack is a unit many people underrate. People will say, like, there's a lot of good LRs, but, like, I really wish I hadn't pulled LR Bojack. He's not that good. And that is completely wrong. LR Bojack is a monster. If you guys look back on my channel, I've made many videos with LR Bojack. I'm not a fan of Extreme Int because none of the top tier units, Kid Buu, Angel Gold, and Frieza, or LR Bojack, link well together, which is kind of ironic considering I rainbowed all three of the fuckers, but I still am not that big a fan of Extreme Int. Now, LR Bojack himself, though, this guy is in-fucking-sane. Let's go over him. This is galaxy-threatening invasion, full power Bojack with the Galactic Warriors, so you can run one of the full power Bojacks next to this guy. Actually, let's go down his whole chain. So, here is the SSR. It's not gonna... They don't have it lined up good. Is it this one? Oh, look at this, the Dokkan Wiki. No, come on, bro. Alright, hold on. Let me go grab him. Let me grab the SSR version of Bojack here. Because you can run the SSR version of LR Bojack, you can run the TUR, and you can run the LR all on the same team. So here's the SSR. He will be attack and defense 50%, and then you get an additional 40%. Yeah, so the SSR is still very good. Supreme damage, lowers defense. Links, Hera Clan, Galactic Warriors, Big Bad Bosses, Thirst for Conquest, and Revival. So the SSR is still good. You need Bojack medals from his event, and then as you guys can see, you also need some time trial medals, and then you'll be able to awaken him to his TUR, where he gets attack and defense 60%, and then an additional 50% at full health, or maybe 50% defense. So again, very, very good. The TUR is incredibly powerful. If you have the TUR alongside LR Bojack, that would be insane. That's where Extreme Int would become, like, disgusting. I do have LR Bojack rainbowed. I badly would like to pull another one to have the TUR alongside. That would be so much fun. So, he's pretty good. He does gain Shattering Limit. He's got Revival, Thirst for Conquest, Hera Clan, Galactic Warriors, and Big Bad Bosses. So, he would activate most of LR Bojack's links. And then to awaken the TUR Bojack to LR Bojack, you just need a bunch of medals from the Bojack story event. And then you awaken him to this, and then this is where he becomes a monster. So, of course, he has a leader skill of Extreme Int types, key +4, HP attack and defense 100%. And then Super Int is key 2, HP attack and defense 70%. His super attack, the Galactic Buster, the 12 key super, colossal damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense. Galactic Suppression is his 18 key super, which is mega colossal damage to the enemy and raises extreme type allies attack by 40% for one turn. It's worded weird. Extreme class allies. It's just villains, extreme type allies attack by 40% for one turn. I don't know who edited that, but whatever. His passive is a Galaxy in Shadow, attack and defense 80%, and then he has an additional boost of 70%. Now, the way Bojack's passive works is very wonky, but if you guys think of it kind of like LR Vegito Blue, think of it like that, where when LR Vegito Blue has less health, he has more ki. Bojack kind of has a scale of 70 extra % he can get. At full health, I believe like almost all of it will go towards attack, but when your health is all the way down, all of it will be going into his defense instead. So this makes him a dominant beast in something like Extreme Z Battle, or Super Battle Road, or Dokkan Battlefield. Because once you get down, like you're barely alive, Bojack's defense will literally be so high that even super attacks on Super Battle Road will not damage him. it becomes insane how powerful he can get. And then obviously when your health is at full, he is hitting just as hard as some of the other LRs. He is truly, truly powerful. And of course, there's links: Heraclan, Galactic Warriors, Big Bad Bosses, Thirst for Conquest, Shattering Limit, Revival, and Legendary Power. So if you have this guy next to the TUR, you're going to get, let's see, 20% attack, so 45% attack, 60% attack. So you'd get 60% attack, 25% defense, and then you get 2, 4, 6 key if the TUR and LR Bojack are next to each other. Stunning. That's why that TUR is so powerful. But, you know, making the main LR Bojack, I do think, is more important than kind of having a TUR alongside, kind of like LR Broly or something like that. But I definitely do one day want to get that TUR. But there you guys go. That covers all of the new units coming to Global soon. I would personally probably say to many free-to-play players, like, save stones. Most of these units that are coming aren't really summonable. They're free-to-play or, like, login bonus, you know, all this types of stuff. Bojack, I would say maybe skip, because even though he is incredibly powerful, he's only on 3 teams. Extreme Int, Resurrected Warriors, and Villains. I will say Villains is the best team in the game. At full power, like with all the villain LRs, I do think it's better even than the Patara team or the Fusion team. So keep that in mind. I guess maybe go for this guy a bit if you do want to get SCR Rose Goku Black. But I think if you're free to play, saving up for Tech Vegito Blue, Rose Goku Black, or the 2 LR Super Vegito and LR Super Gogeta banners would be smart. I wouldn't really recommend going for Ultra Instinct Goku and Jiren, because that banner is okay, but it's not like a crazy banner, kind of like the LR banners are, the LR Super Vegito and Super Gogeta, or Tech Vegito Blue and SCR Rose Goku Black. Those 4 banners are better than the Ultra Instinct Goku banner, so keep that in mind. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.